What's happening, YouTube? Thank you for joining me for more Horizon Forbidden West.
I'm
So,
telling you, it's a drink, but it's soft.
How is it soft?
It says here it has bubbles in it.
Well, we can't expect to make sense out of everything the old ones did.
some of the dialogues are obviously going to be hilarious. So, if you remember from the last episode, we rescued Beta. So, we rescued the Elizabeth Sobek clone that Aloy had come face to face with before with the Zeniths. I'm gonna go chat to her if it's possible
Aloy,
to chat to her if she's awake.
glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her.
Just talk.
Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but The only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just going to say this right now before we go on. Far better that the old remnants of humanity die out. I'm sorry, but don't want, as, you know, Gerard himself says.
You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine wars. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Verbena's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
Anybody else get the feeling she's a spy, though?
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
Starting to sound like Hades there.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive. would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Farrow purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. Alright, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...?
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now!
Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing!
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
So Beta's a bit whiny, but then can't really expect it to be like Aloy, because Aloy's grown up tough. She had to, and she grew up in a different culture.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Sylens' weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get.
Yeah, we do.
It's a little loud, Aaron.
I know. That makes you want to punch something.
More like someone.
Aloy,
Hey.
I just grab side
Said
quests as I
I'd,
see them now.
Checking on how you're doing.
you mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
Trying my hardest to make it that way. Right.
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Ooh, nice. Right, so quick run through of our bits and pieces. Let's upgrade the coils and weaves in our I prefer it sorted like this, it's much more organised. Yeah, let's sort out the coils and weaves in our gear. So this is a hunter bow. Does pure impact damage. But it does have overdraw. Yeah, that'll do. And this one is our frost hunter bow. Can increase the acid damage and build up. Or the frost damage and build up. To me, the acid damage and build up seems a better trade there. Actually, that's not what I'm using, is it? No. Prioritize what I'm using just now. Shock. No. Acid coils in use already. Yeah, I'd rather have shock, like something that bolsters the elemental damage. This is tear. It's already in use though. Stealth damage. What else have we got equipped? This. Caster. Actually, that's not a bad trade-off there. Shock bolt blaster, no. Shredder gauntlet already has tear on it. Excellent. Let's go through the armor and do the same. Edit weaves. So what have we got? Melee and range defense. Nah, nothing seems worth it there. Actually, that's not true. Designed for melee combat. Let's bolster the melee combat defense. Same with this one. That one already has enough on it. That's concentration and concentration again. Because it's boosting the natural ability of the armor. Concentration regen, potent medicine. It's already been used. Already been used. Anything that boosts stealth would be useful here. Nope. Right, that's fine then. Yeah, you know what? Bolster the range defense for that one. Heavy weapon, stealth tear, low health regen. Can offset one of its weaknesses there. Right, that'll do. Right. Let's go out in the wide world then. So what I figured I'd do, we've got no, I never agreed to do that as a active as the Sea of Sands. Tell you what I do want to do. I am going to head to the unknown cauldron. Wait a minute. I thought there was a known cauldron in the area. Right, we'll activate the quest. Yeah, it is that one. Right, yeah, we're gonna go to that cauldron, see if we can get new upgrades. We might not get through the whole cauldron in this video, but that's what we're gonna do because I would like to unlock the ability to use the flying machines, and I have a feeling that it's tied to the cauldrons now, with me not having already recovered it during that mission. This reminds me of the first game, of the Embrace. Yeah, there we go. Feels like home. That cunt, quack. Oh! What a shot. Nice play. Oh, I'm proud of that.
I'll dry off. Eventually.
Where did it land? In the water? That was a great shot, by the way. I am chuffed with that. Very, very happy. Ah, now. Fish. I need fish for some of the things that I'm upgrading as well. So, is there actual fish that I can hunt in here? No, those are just like background. Oh well, that's a shame. That would have been cool, but fair dues. Onward with the mission then. Yeah, we might not get through the whole cauldron, but there's benefits to doing the cauldrons that I think doing them in these videos won't be detracting too much from the sort of episodic nature. Like, you guys aren't missing out on the story. The story is still here. I'm gonna get rid of these ends and ahs. I will get rid of these ends and ahs. Most of what I do in the Twitch side streams, sort of free roaming streams that I do, is side quests and upgrades. Again, stop doing it. Most of what I do is, as I say, the Twitch streams are mostly side quests and upgrades, so that my gear isn't holding me back when I come to do these episodes for you guys. There. That's a view and a half. I've seen a lot of people talking about slow panning through Elden Ring and enjoying the environment, but get a load of that. That there is something worth fighting for. How far away am I from this cauldron? I think in this episode we will make it to the cauldron by the looks of things, and that will be our time. The nature of story-driven gaming is that you have to be willing to listen to the story, unfortunately, guys. Again, stop it. I'm pulling myself up on the videos because the more I pull myself up immediately after doing it, the more I will stop doing it because I'll hear it when I watch it back. Eventually I will stop covering my pauses with and and then I will be a lot more proficient at commentating on my videos. So bear with me through these mistakes. I will get there.
This must be the ground made of metal that Tanath's soldier mentioned. Looks like a cauldron door, but it's different. There's no way to hack it open.
If it looks like a
If I
duck,
can find some other way in, I should be able to get data to override some new machines.
talks like a duck, walks like a duck, then it's a fucking duck. Okay, so your weakness is Purge Water. What a stupid weakness is that? Well... Right, you. Haha. If there is one thing I have learned so far from playing this game, it is make more use of my resonator attacks. I use my Valor Surges, I use the weapon abilities tied to stamina, like the triple notch, etc. I don't take the time enough to build up the resonator damage, and as a result,
Going down.
This
I
is massive.
don't do enough
As if
damage.
the earth split open fast. Must have been an earthquake.
Oh dear. What are you? Ow. If I remember rightly, you guys aren't a fan of this stuff. Right, had enough of being used for your personal target practice. He was just the first, you're next. Oh. Take a seat. Yeah, by the looks of things, folks, we're just going to make it in here, and that'll be us.
I wonder where this leads.
My guess would be into the cauldron. Is what I was looking for.
This must be the cauldron I couldn't get to above. Looks damaged. Earthquake must have hit it too.
Yeah. So now that we're in, guys, we're going to call it there. We will pick up from the entrance to the cauldron in the next episode. As I've said before in previous videos, I have started to live stream on Twitch now. If you want to see the paths that I take to upgrading, feel free. The schedule is on my Twitch channel. It's Blizzardraptor. Everything that I use is Blizzardraptor. You can't miss it. It all has the same channel, pardon me, the same channel branding, all my social media. I've got a partner, an artist that I've commissioned to work on some professional looking logos and banners for my channels. That'll all change shortly. Dead chuffed to be getting that done to bring the level of professionalism on the channel up. That's been courtesy of my lovely partner Erin, who put me in touch with this person. So, like I say, feel free to join me on Twitch Twitch if you want a chilled experience. I'm not doing anything, I don't speedrun, so my concentration will be on my chat. Most of what I will be doing in the Horizon Forbidden West streams will be stuff that I don't need to push my full focus on. It'll literally be grinding for upgrades and doing some side quests. So you guys, I'll be able to interact with you guys more. So if you want to join me for one of those live streams, please feel free. These videos will continue on YouTube. All the story content for the games I play will go on YouTube. Twitch will be a mixture, it will be a variety stream. It'll either be side content for games that I'm playing that have that option, mainly big RPGs, or it'll be horror content if I can get that working. It's something that I'll be investigating this week as well, is how to get that to work, because last Friday I was disappointed that I didn't get to stream Layers of Fear 2. So there's all this to look forward to. There's an M again, stop it. Right, I'm going to finish this off now before I totally start emming and umming everywhere. I will see you guys for the next part of Horizon Forbidden West. Look out for these videos going up. Thank you for taking the time to visit my channel. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you and bye for now.